What's going on, guys? How do you like my beard growing in? Looking pretty good. So, on this Shoky Transformers review, I almost said third party, but it's not. It's actually an official. We've seen him before, but he's back in purple and green again. It's a tiny shattered glass Optimus Prime. Okay, he's not that tiny. On loan to me from Optimus 13. Alright, guys, so here we have a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. And apparently this is the Invasion version, I guess. It was from a Botcon a while back. It's not the original. For some reason I was thinking it was. But this is based off like the Laser Prime mold. It's a very different one. And of course, like I said, thanks to Rodimus 13 for letting me borrow this. If you guys don't know, he has an extensive Transformers collection, and well, because I was looking at other versions of Optimus Prime, he let me borrow this one because he's like, hey, if you like Shattered Glass, you should check this one out. So here I am checking it out. It looks pretty cool. It comes in all the nice kind of actually lightest purple. I almost said dark purple. Lightish purple all there. And he actually does have weathering on him, some dry brushing, which is both better and in some cases a little bit worse than what they do with the new Siege line. So his fenders and stuff are all scraped up. His hood is scraped up right there. He does have the cracked windshield like you do. It's a little bit different than ones they've had before. You got a really rough Autobot logo there, but it's supposed to be a little bit rough. Same thing with this lightning bolt going down the side there and on this side. And then here on the side it says, I shall stand. The rest shall fall. So in case you didn't realize, he's an evil version. So as a truck mode, he's pretty cool. It's a very different style of truck. It's not the cab over. He does roll like you do. He's got all kinds of dual wheels back here. He's got single wheels in the front. Got a nice little trailer hitch. I do believe there was a trailer. I know Laser Prime had one. I don't believe this guy came with one. I could be wrong. And unfortunately, I've had this for quite some time, and therefore have forgotten a lot of the things that Rodimus told me about. But, you know, it is what it is. You got some cool diamond plate going on right back here. Some nice silver smokestacks. And up top here, you have a rub sign. Being careful. Just in case you didn't know what he was by the giant other sign. So it is a reveal the shield type, I think. And you come underneath and you basically have, well, an Optimus hidden underneath a truck. So this mode is just another thingy. But since we have him in truck mode, let's compare him to other Shattered Glass Optimuses, which I didn't prepare before doing this. So here we have the DX9 Phonus, which of course is an itty bitty version of said Prime. And then you've got the MP10 Shattered Glass, of course, that we've looked at before. Though I think one difference here is that his is on the left side and his is on the right side. Same thing over here. So it's really weird that they switched it up for this, but this one was significantly earlier. And you can see, well, for the most part, the color is almost the same as this, maybe just a little bit lighter. This is actually a bit darker and has a bit more red in it. And there has been a tiny bit of debate between myself and others what color he's supposed to be. I believe he is supposed to basically be this color if you're looking for an actual Shattered Glass version, whereas this far more Decepticon purple is a bit off. But there you go. Basically, you keep the same kind of details, except for the fact that the MP doesn't do black grille or black bumpers, and everything else kind of does. But the green headlights, green top lights, all that stuff is basically the same. The darkish, grayish blue color. It's got a lot more wash over here, so it doesn't really come out as much, but in robot mode, it will. So, I mean, here we go. So there's your different Shattered Glass primers. And Wally for comparison. So now comes the part that I generally dread with this thing, transforming it. So first and foremost, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to pull out his trailer hitch, which is also his sword. We'll look at that here in a bit after I pick it up off the floor. And since the legs are now loose, we'll just go ahead and do the thing. Flip back these little back parts and then flip down your feet on what should be a ratchet, but really isn't. You can see it's got teeth like a ratchet, but it totally doesn't have them. I'm going to take these parts, flip them around. Now, I will say this. I might know how to transform this, but it doesn't mean I'm perfect at it. Why is that not going? It's hung up on something. Weird. Okay. So that one comes around. And that one comes around. Okay, so it can, it doesn't want to, is what's happening there. So just kind of, there we go. It's notched a little bit. Now the cool thing is with the wheels, so you kind of rock them, okay, up. I always forget which direction they go. So they're on a weird swivel and a slider that will help line things up here in a minute. So you want to push it upward. Okay, I'm always being careful. It's not my toy. So that now has lined everything up and just slides inward. Then this one will do the same. Question mark. Why are you not doing the same question mark? There it goes. Okay. See, it's really strange. Like, there's no difference in what I just did, but all of a sudden it was happy enough to work. So once you get it lined up, just tab it in. We'll do the same thing on this side. If I had to guess, it's kind of tabbed into something that I can't see. Push that in. See, I can see the stopper right there, but I'm trying to figure out what's... Oh, okay. There's a tiny tab on the opposite side that keeps interfering. Come on. There we go. Okay, so there are your legs like so. I'm going to come up here and just go ahead and split the hood. You've got the hands that are tucked in up under these side bits. And once again, I'm transforming this to the best of my ability and trying to do it safely because this is an old toy. One thing that's annoying is tabbing in things up under these windshields and stuff. So, and then we can rock these down at the quote-unquote shoulders. Then you've got the arms, rotate everybody out. And the arm door thingies just stay like that. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. I guess that's what they do, because I don't think they can come all the way around, so... Oh, that one folded itself over. That's what happened. Okay. Okay, I see how you're gonna do, Primey. Primey boy. Evil Prime boy. Okay, so we come back to the windshield and the top of the cab. And this is where I forget how it works. Oh yeah, push the head up and through. Untab it from the back skirt. And then fold the whole guy up and through the shoulders. Fold those parts in and around, and they snap into each other. Go ahead and roll that all the way up. There we go. Now, as previously discussed, flip the head around, flip these side window panels in, and then all of it will collapse down so that the chest... Wow, I don't know how much of that was even on camera. I forgot that I had the camera set really low. I apologize. We'll go over it a bit more whenever we do the transform and roll out video. So we'll do the reverse thing of it. And there we go. There you have your Shattered Glass Prime laser mode Prime reveal the shield Prime thing in this mode. And once again, camera, need to come down. And he is a tiny guy, so I don't know if this is considered a deluxe or what it's considered at this level, to be totally honest with you. But he's pretty cool. So you got some black stuff going on over here. You got some clear yellowy orange color everywhere. And I didn't bring it up before, but some metallic flake in the windshield. You've got the head with a really prominent crest, red eyes, grayish bluish stuff going on there. There we go. Get it to zoom in. The head is clear for light piping, but it only light pipes the yellow stuff, so there's that. You've got the grill and all of that happening down here. Gold on the crotch. You see some dry brushing here on the black thighs. Some gold accents down here for the knees. And then, of course, everything is just how it is. So you got the same detailing we've seen before, just changed up. And then, like, the fenders, more or less, are now backpack. And it almost looks like a thruster pack. I don't know if it technically is supposed to be, because I know what it actually is going to be used for. And I like that you flip these panels around and you got some more detail hidden on the inside, though I wish they had actually painted that. That would have been nice. He's pretty cool. I don't know about the use of translucents all over it, like here on the bicep and stuff like that. I guess depending on your taste, obviously, you're going to like it more or less. Now he does have an accessory. It's his sword here that transformed from his trailer hitch. So you want to flop the handle down, kind of slide this down. You see it has a groove right down the middle there. And you want to turn the trailer hitch inward and push it till it, wait, hold on, nope, I forgot. It comes down and under. There we go. And it becomes the guard and hilt for the sword. That's pretty neat. And it does have the metallic flake in the plastic. Got some nice molding. You can hold it, more or less. More or less. He does just have what looks to be like a 3mm peg. It's for a hand, but it's got a weird open slot, so it's a neat little sword. I dig it. It's interesting that he has a sword instead of an axe and doesn't have a gun, so it's really weird. And the sword does store back here, though it's a little bit weird. So, because of the tabs that are on the edge of the blade, you kind of have to work them through the hole. And if you hold the backpack in place, you sort of get that. It's just kind of in there. If you pop this open just a little bit, it fits a little bit better, but I'm not going to that level, if I'm honest. It's just, you can sort of shove it all the way through like that. So yeah, it's weapon storage, at least for the sword. I dig that. It looks pretty cool. As for articulation, the head is just on a ball joint and then technically a swivel there at the base of the neck. He does have a very perched head, which is interesting. The shoulders can rotate all the way around. Just got to watch out for all the sticky outy bits. No butterfly or anything like that. It can just move up and down for transformation. You get a little bit more shoulder out here, along with your bicep rotation, and your single jointed elbow, which is good for some reverse elbow action, and then not even quite 90 degrees. The wrists are on a ball joint inside the arm, and then a tiny hinge at the actual hand. Just be careful, that's very thin plastic. He does have a little bit of waist rotation, but it's kind of blocked in. Ball joint mounted hips, get you only about that far for Jean-Claude, not really worth it. Thigh rotation up here, along with the ball joint. Single jointed knee, but those giant chunky tires get in the way, so whoop-de-doo. And ankles are, as we discovered, like I said, it should be ratcheted. It has the detents and everything, but it doesn't do anything, and they're just ball-mounted ankles, so he can do a really wide stance. So, I mean, he's a pretty good-looking little prime, if not my favorite design. He's very top-heavy. He definitely looks more of a Scourge than an Optimus Prime, but, you know, that's that flavor, technically speaking, with the big shoulder joints up here. I do wish the wheels had somewhere to go from the truck mode. I wish those would fold away, or like this whole section here would just kind of shrunk, you know, way back or something. I don't know. It would just be cool, but bring out Wally for comparison, who just can't figure out what the heck is happening. So, of course, for comparison with the other primes, there he is with tiny DX9 and with the huge Masterpiece, like you do. And, of course, I popped off the finger off the Masterpiece Prime, so I'm going to have to find that. It's on the floor somewhere, which doesn't help that I have plastic shavings kind of everywhere. That is one downfall of the MP, that first knuckle really does suck. But you can see some similarities, but the funny thing is, it's like the DX9 is far closer to an actual representation of shattered glass than the MP. So, I mean, even Hasbro is like, yeah, we'll change things up however we want. But, that's that. But, guys, that's going to be it for this little review of this little version of Shattered Glass Prime. Thanks, of course, to my buddy Rodimus13 for letting me borrow it. Hopefully, down the line, he'll let me borrow some more. I know this one took a bit longer than planned, but there's still quite a lot to go over with other things. So maybe down the line I'll be able to borrow some more stuff. I don't want to be greedy, but he's got a really fun collection to go through. So guys, if you like this video, if you like this version of Prime, give me a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe-ish button if you are new to the channel. And by all means, if you want to help support things a little bit, go ahead and grab you a Shoky shirt or check out the Shoky Patreon. Both things are very, very good for helping support the channel. And frankly, I do need it, just to help keep things going forward, be able to buy new stuff to review and show you guys, or just pay bills some days. It happens. So, but I will catch you guys on that next Transformers review, and remember, as always, that's just Prime.